So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around through our technical difficulties. This is John Bush and Steve Mangum. They're from Zero Waste Advocacy. And so, give it up for John and Steve.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. My name's John Bush. I'm with Zero Waste Asset Management is what we actually decided to incorporate. We've been doing zero waste advocacy for a couple years. It's good to be here at the end of the conference, and really appreciate everybody coming to see and listen to our launch here. We're a group of local businesses from Texas that love our mama. We need to get the resources out of the landfill. They're either, if they're not being landfilled, they're being burned. So this protocol is a group of entrepreneurial ninjas that are dedicated to doing the right thing with their local assets, reducing carbon and helping businesses make more money and increase efficiency. So this is basically an alternative to waste management. As a public benefit corporation, our mission is to democratize and decentralize discarded assets and to reward their proper recycling, reuse, or processing, remanufacturing, anything but landfilling or burning the asset. So here's our team. This is the primary first founders, our tech team, Think for Things. We got Adam Levine, who started the Let's Talk Bitcoin network as an advisor. We got some really cool founders, really cool companies partnering with us. Kyle Robert brought the ICOT crypto fund and helped us get some money because America is a little hard to ICO right now. Legal quicksand, I would call it. So we decided to do an airdrop, and that's what we're doing. So as soon as we figure out how this thing works.
Up.
Okay, by the numbers.
Okay,
Okay, so what's zero waste? That confuses lots of people. It's actually how nature works. It's a goal that a business or a community can adopt. The goal transforms everything. Now you're going from wasteful to sustainable just by setting this goal, which mimics the forest. So our elders and advisors set up a set of standards at ZWIA.org. It stands for Zero Waste International Alliance. And it's not actually 100% zero waste. That if you get 90% of the way, that's good enough for us. So 90% diversion is considered zero waste. We can certify your facility as zero waste. It's a new lead standard with the Green Building Council and the U.S. Zero Waste Business Council. So it'll save money, increase efficiency, lower cost, and lower carbon. Half of the waste stream is actually organics, which I'm sure in your communities you hear them talking about recycling inert glass as a road to and path to this. But really what they need to worry about, just after looking at Dallas really hard, is organics. So we're all stuffing leaves into bags, we're all cutting down trees and bagging it, it's all going to landfill, we're throwing away food. That's like half the waste stream. So if we just solve the organics, it'll solve world hunger. That's how powerful this is. In 2015, Austin did a audit, looked at everything. Can you go to the waste stream, Steve? Right there? Yeah. So that's how it broke down. As you can see, 37% is organic, 5% is glass, or 3% is glass. So we really don't need to be worrying about cans and bottles as much as we need to worry about organics again. And reusable materials. Reuse is more powerful than recycling. History is, in 2015, our advisors said, hey, Stacy's right here. You and John should team up because she's got a zero waste company in Austin. They have the Austin contract that they're implementing zero waste. And the advisors who wrote the plan are like, you guys should team up because we've been training the munis around Dallas, Fort Worth. And so we teamed up. Steve came on with Living Well Resources, Greenox Energy, Tokenly. We have a cluster, and we started designing it and put it into a couple accelerators, one being Tech Wildcatters, which is one of the hottest accelerator programs in the country. We leveled up there, and then spent the rest of the year designing it and testing it based on their curriculum. We won the Collide Village Hackathon, built our first sonar prototype, and we completed Collide Village Incubator, which was a 3-month test your market, go out and interview real businesses that need this stuff. So we went and hit the pavement and learned the problems that real businesses have, that the waste companies are having, and we designed it more. And this year, we basically made our first sales. Big Steve right here came home with a check on Friday. He flipped a dumpster. So this is real money without even having the ledger, without even having the token. We're already able to cash in on all the waste going on. And Texas is the most wasteful state in the country. So we're in ground zero. Products and services, Steve's going to tell you a little bit about how we're doing garbage-trage. And he looks like he has a cool little mic in his ear. I wonder if it works.
Yeah, does it work? Yes. Okay, you guys hear me in back? Okay, so garbage-trage. Garbage-trage is basically brokering the haul and brokering the assets that we pull out of the discards. We have a mobile app for real-time data gathering. It gathers it off the sensors, tells us which units need to be emptied, integrated customer experience solutions, and we gain insights in the key indicators that enable green actions. So we know like diversion rates, we know how much is in there, we know if it's cardboard, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, rehash. Basically, here's our sensors. We connect this to artificial intelligence. And this is actually a sensor that it works on sonar. It tells us how full the container is. We don't use these on this size containers. We use them on the commercial 8-yard containers that are like 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot, cubes that you see. But we couldn't get through the door, and John's not that strong, so. This attaches to the compactor or dumpster. It gives us real-time how full this is, synchronized with our cloud system, and integrates with our decentralized asset monitoring system. So we'll get a reading on this. It'll tell us when the bin is full, and then the system, the cloud-based system, will order a pickup to come pick this thing up, and it orders it to take it to a designated location. So if this is something that can be recycled or reused, it'll have a location where it goes. So just like Uber, on Uber you have an application, and when you want to go from point A to point B, it calls for a ride. Well, this is the same thing, except it bids out, finds the cheapest haul, finds the best price for your commodities that you're selling, and then puts that out on bids. When somebody accepts it, they come pick this up, they deliver it to the right location, and then the system pays for that. And it pays for it in the tokens and or fiat cash. Originally it'll be fiat, and then we'll phase in tokens, and tokens will be an option, and I'm sure at some point it'll be a closed loop, completely closed loop system on the tokens. So we're using the tokens as the payment system to integrate this with the blockchain. Okay, reason it's important that it gets delivered to point B. If they don't deliver this to the right location, they're not going to get paid. So just like if you were riding on Uber and they took you to the wrong location, you're not going to pay them. The reason that's important is because in February of 2016, like if the landfill happens to be a little bit closer or a little bit cheaper to dump it off there, after your asset leaves the producer, how do you know where it went? What they found, they did an audit in February 2016 in 14 North Texas cities. 20% of their recycled materials were being dumped in the landfill, and they didn't know it for 21 months. It was like hundreds of thousands of tons of recycled materials, and they said, whoops, we didn't know. It was the first time it ever happened. Well, either way, that's bad, because if they didn't know, that means they didn't know, and if they did know, that means, that's bad too. They knew that it was going to the wrong place. So The other thing, once this is delivered to the location, we have proof of recycle, and that can reason proof of recycle is important is because you have sustainability reports. You can get carbon offsets for methane gases, especially with the organics, and this is accurate tracking. So you have you can run all of your numbers. You know what the haul costs. You know how much your assets were worth and what the prices were. You're certain that you've got the best price. One of the reasons for the blockchain right now is the haulers have all of that information, but there is no incentive to give it to the producers. So the producers don't know if it went to the right place. They don't know if they got the right price. They don't even know if it's the right amount. And the blockchain makes all that transparent and accurate and immutable. So eco-friendly asset management. We started Zero Waste Consulting Services. What we can use this for, it lowers and corrects your bills to optimize your service. We're saving 20 to 40%. We promise a 10% savings, or we don't even charge anything. We don't do it. You manage the discarded assets, this is your certifications. There's like zero waste certifications, and there's a triple bottom line. We're a company that it's not only for the profit, but it's for public benefit. It's for people, the planet, and for profit. Opportunity. Do you want to do that? You want me to? I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. The total approachable market. Here's the waste industry. It's $67 billion between collections, the landfill, and recycle. It's $50 between these two, which is what we're really focused on, the haul and the assets. And out of that, for businesses, just the business waste, that's non-medical, non-toxic, just business waste, non-municipal waste, just for businesses, is a $21 billion market. Here's our, this is a Web.25. This is our prototype. This is just the concept of the app, what it would look like. It's just a mock-up. Same thing with the sensor. And then at Addison at the hackathon, we actually built a system. We built a sonar that would measure the depth of the, would actually measure. Here's why that's important. This first case is a manufacturing facility. They had like three-yard containers. It's getting hauled 5 times a week. By knowing the fill rates of these, we figured we could use a 4 and a 5-yard container, take the cardboard out and sell it. And the 50% of that was cardboard. We found it located a hauler that would come pick up the cardboard for free because the hauler could resell the cardboards. So it's like free service getting rid of the cardboard. Their bill went from $4,200 a month to $840 a month. Here's a second case. This is a small office building. They were getting 1 haul a week in a 4-yard container, and it was $500. And we went to just 1 haul a month, and it came down to $100. This is the first check that John, this was an office building. This was a very small client. It's $165 a month. And we took the first year savings and we gave them the second and third year savings on their contract. We renegotiated their contract, made $831 off of just the first year savings.
Okay, let me do this, please, sir. All right, so this is a 12 market categories slide, and basically it's broken into 4 or 12 categories, and you can't really see it there, but it's metals, plastics, organics, brush. Chemicals are actually the most valuable per ton. You might be surprised to know. If you go to the cardboard slide, Stacy, here's me just going online and doing a spot check on cardboard, which was just like gold and silver. These commodities have spot pricing, and depending on where it is, the quality of, say, the cardboard, and the proximity, how far it is to pick it up, that'll affect the price. But here it was $170 buckaroos a ton for this old corrugated cardboard. So these are basically assets that could be managed, and we're losing that value. I mean, if you just have a plastic bottle, it says 5 cents on it, and a couple states that have bottle bills and things like that. So why do we need this? Because we don't have a local recyclable market in America. We don't have a domestic market for these commodities. 75% of the assets go overseas. They're backhauled in shipping containers or whatever. But the bottom line is we want to create local manufacturing ecosystems where we take these feedstocks and we create reusable goods. Like, this is a very simple version of a reuse, but here's a bracelet made out of Pop Tops, right? Like, this is like 20 Pop Tops, basically worthless, but they're, you know, I've sold these for $10.
Here's my purse.
Yeah, these purse.
This is made out of candy wrappers.
Yeah.
Candy wrapper purse, and here's another little purse made out of beer pulls and Coke pulls.
Yeah.
So
my tires are made out of, or my shoes are made out of tires, and you know, you can make stuff out of anything. You know, like we shouldn't be wasting this stuff. So that slide right there, which is a really sexy slide, so let's take it back because those numbers are really good. Okay, so per 10,000 tons of discards that go in a landfill, it creates 1 job. Okay, that's our system now. Okay, or burn it, 1 job. So if you want to get a government to implement zero waste for your community, these are the economics. This is why, very simple, why we should do this, okay? Like, maybe they're thinking about recycling. That's 10 jobs per 10,000 tons. But the reuse stuff, chip bags, products, 75 to 250 jobs. So reuse creates 7.5, 25 times more jobs than recycling. And recycling is not even what we need. We need composting. So they're trying to do recycling, and they're like, oh, it's not profitable, because what we need is the organics and or the reuse. So between our system now is landfill, burn, or recycling, and we got these 2 other really powerful things to do with our assets, and the blockchain is going to help us do that, and the token is going to help us tokenize the 12 market categories. So you can go to zerowasteadvocacy.com and click the white paper. We actually just put the link to where the public can view it. We have had some graffiti, so had turned that off and then turned it back on. So, you know, we're a little nervous just putting stuff out there because it took us a long time to create that. But it's there in its true form and glory for you to look at and give us feedback on it and tell us what you like or don't like. And it's live right now. Product roadmap, we're going to focus for the rest of the year on our proof of concepts. If you guys have a commercial business and want to lower your waste bill, talk to us. Email me at save@zerowasteadvocacy.com. Talk to Steve, and we'll basically set up a beta, and we just need a month of data. And where we're at is we're just getting our internal CRM connected to this data that we need to get from the businesses. So we need the waste bills, we need to get a month of dumpster data, we need the devices and or iPhones to take pictures. So right now this year we're just focusing on getting our act together internally, sales, CRM, data, security, all that stuff. And we have a more lengthy 4-year timeline that we'll be publishing soon. Save tokens, save money, save the planet. Funding needs are, we're going after 15 million traditional. We're not talking an ICO right now. And we're doing this in angelless and or private equity that we're talking to. So if you want some action, come talk to us and slap me with a wad of hundreds and I might listen. Just kidding. ERC20 token, we made 1 billion tokens. We have planned a 200 million token airdrop in Discord, which you can go to zerowasteadvocacy.com and plug in there if you like. The token is a utility. The 3 utilities are rewards, loyalty, and customer onboarding. When you get those materials out of the landfill, you get a reward. And we have some pretty exciting partners that we'll be announcing on how that works. The token does align with federal law, and you can contact us at twitter.com /save token or facebook.com Zero Waste Advocacy. There's the number, there's the email, there's the website, and if anybody has any questions or suggestions, we'd love your input, and thanks for listening.
Are you open to questions? Yeah. Your business model, financial business model, how does that look? I mean, you've got a lot of different things that I didn't observe there. Maybe I just missed it. You've got marketing, sales, promotion, all of that. I mean, I guess what you've done so far is people you know already that you're dealing with. But when you roll this thing out and really become profitable, you're going to have people on the street or on the phone or whatever your marketing concept. What percent of your gross, I guess you'd say, what is your customer cost of obtaining, and what's your retention rate, what's your customer service rate in terms of financial compared in a percent of what you expect to be doing?
Yeah, you want me to take that one?
Yes, I am a creative, so I'll hand this over to Steve that's got that keen mind ready to answer those questions.
Okay, so you want to know like what percentage of the gross would be a sales commission?
Yeah, I mean, what are your projections? I know it will vary. It will be much higher to start with. And what's your customer acquisition rate, retention rate, and
Okay, so
profitability percentage?
that's pretty sketchy right now, but we're estimating 50% for sales to start with. Okay, we think that'll come down, but I think 50% to break the ice and get things going. I think that there will be another 10 to 15% in like marketing, like true marketing, just online marketing, that kind of thing. Customer acquisition costs, anywhere, what we've seen so far with internet marketing and the direct marketing, I think it's going to be $400 to $600 a client.
Acquisition cost.
CAC, yeah.
What is probably your minimum of a customer that you would want to have?
We're we think our target's going to be $500 a month in waste or more.
And what's the volume? Is that in tonnage or square yards, or how do you?
$500 a month is usually an 8-yard container being picked up let's see.
4 times a month.
No, it's about twice a week for an 8-yard container. Okay, it's around $500. So it's a little bit larger business, an apartment complex. 200 plus unit hotel or 200 plus unit apartment complex will be $500 to $1,000. And
Are y'all operating now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area with your base?
yeah, we're here. We're here in Austin because that's where we were doing zero waste.
And your operation is profitable as it stands?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The short version, yes. We're bootstrapping it. So
We're entrepreneurs. We're not 20-year-old entrepreneurs.
Sometimes you're not profitable for a year or two or three.
well, we're profitable now, but we won't be as soon as we start marketing and doing the technology. Yeah, acquisition costs and all that stuff. So the best I can tell, we're looking at a couple of years, but those could be so.
How do you plan to dispose of the non-usable trash that's left over?
It goes to the landfill.
Okay.
Yeah, the idea is like we.
Do you have a cost then to get it there and to pay to dump it?
They already have those costs. Okay, that's included in the discounts.
That is a cost to you
No, okay, so like right now, like before we come in, say they're paying $500 a month, it's included in that cost. Yeah,
From the customer standpoint.
right.
But if you didn't have to haul that anywhere, or if you didn't have to pay to dump it, you would make more money.
Correct. And that's what we're trying to do. We pull that out, we find a market or a use for it.
I'm talking about what you can't find a market for. It's just the final stuff. It's just
That'll go with the rest of it. That'll go with the regular trash.
I've got a concept in mind I want to talk to you about.
Excellent. Yeah, yeah. We're more than open to ideas. So, yeah, I like to hear that.
It looks like we're out of time for today. I want to give a big round of applause to John and Steve here for coming to talk to us about this. This is groundbreaking stuff, and great questions all around. So thank you all for coming out to the Bitcoin Ethereum. Please have a safe drive home and a great rest of your weekend. See y'all later.
Thank you.